I'll have Leigh Stuart take the mic here. She's going to go over, look for, and look, just obviously, we're going to model the barn attire today. This is kind of general clothing. You always want our closed-toed shoes around horses, specifically boots, but Leigh will take it off on all our show clothing. Good morning. Is everybody ready to learn a lot about riding clothes, riding horses, and having a big time today, right? Very good. Whitley, can we start with you? I'm going to have you come front and center. Can somebody in the audience tell me what type of suit Whitley is wearing right now? Go for it, Maria.
Saddle suit.
It is a saddle seat suit, and she's wearing a solid colored day suit, correct? And we would call this with a coordinating vest. So you have a lot of options in a day suit, but the jacket and the jogs will be the same color. And usually the hat matches also. Whitley's wearing a rounded derby. It's very important that your clothes be clean and immaculate, literally from the top of your head to the bottom of your boots. She's shown up with beautifully clean and polished boots. It's very important. Here's what I will say about looking great on your horse. The better you look, the better what's going to look. Your horse is going to look better. If you look good and you're sitting up properly, you're always going to enhance how your horse looks and performs. And I want you to be a team. You know, it's togetherness, being together. I'm sure Whitley wears different color suits when she's on different color horses. So you just kind of coordinate and work with that. I love that she's picked a vest that's in a tan because she's a really tan girl, and that light color vest makes her dark skin and dark eyes really pop. That looks great to me. But if she wanted to wear a vest that was the same color as her jacket and jogs, she could do that. Can somebody in the audience tell me when it's proper to wear a day suit? This is a simple. Morgan, are you going to answer every question? A pleasure class, performance class. What time of day is it appropriate for a day suit? Don't get fooled on the name.
Before 6 o'clock.
Before 6 is fine, but you can wear a day suit after 6. Even in our equitation division, you can wear a day suit, and when it's evening or a championship, a day suit in our industry is always appropriate. Now, there's one thing she could do. Would you mind pulling your jacket out for us? How many of you have ever heard of or shown an academy? Morgan, you again. All right, she's going to raise her hands more than anybody. If Whitley were to remove her derby and put on a helmet, then she would be totally prepared for our academy division. It's a vest, shirt, tie, and jogs. What about this tie? Don't you love it? He's so small amount of a tie. I always tell the kids, you know, a tie is a great place for you to put some of your personality in. If your favorite color is purple or green or red or orange, use that favorite color there. A vest is another great place. I probably don't want a purple suit. You may have no purple suit. Maybe no orange suits either. Okay. All right, so then you go through an academy, then all you got to do is add your jacket and you're ready to go. Now you were touching on something. Whitley, let's give her a big hand. That was amazing. Thank you. Addie, I'm going to have you come next. So you touched on the before 6 and after 6. So when it's appropriate to wear formal attire, it's only after 6 p.m., not 6 a.m., 6 p.m., okay? So it's more of an evening look, championship classes. Can somebody tell me the difference? Whitley, come back up here beside. Let's do a comparison. Let's start at the top. What's the difference in the girls' heads? Hats. Tell us about that, Mr. River. What type of hats do we have? Mom's got to get in there. Fix it. That's what moms are for, in case you didn't know. You're supposed to have the case and the fix everything product box with you at If she were in a good hands class or an equitation class for an advanced rider, what color could her gloves be? White, right. That's about the only time we really see white gloves is a really great rider with great hands showing an equitation division. Now have you put your jacket back on. Now we get to the jacket and the jaw. There's one major difference in a day suit and formal. Can anybody tell me what it is? It's the satin lapel and the satin stripe down the leg. You guys turn to the satin, I'll help them see your legs. Let me see. Does everybody see this? So Addie's formal suit has the satin lapel around her collar, and Whitley's doesn't. It's plain, and then there's a satin stripe down the leg. You can also wear patent leather boots or not patent leather boots. It's your choice. It's not mandatory. Gloves are mandatory in equitation. You do have to wear gloves. And either of these girls and anybody in our industry can show a helmet instead of a hat, a derby, or a top hat, bomber. So you can always wear a helmet for safety if you want to. It's not just for me, it can be in any division, adults or juveniles. Any questions about day suits? There's one other thing that Whitley can do, and our industry has kind of gone full circle. We used to do a lot of it, and it kind of went out of style, and now it's coming back in style. There's something called a day coat. Does anybody know what a day coat is? A day coat would not match the jaws, it would coordinate the jaws. So if Whitley were to pull her blue jacket off, she might be able to add a different color, a plaid coat or a colored coat, turquoise, burgundy, again, using your personality. Then the only thing that would change would be her jacket. Any questions about their attire, their boots, their hats? Remember, guys, keep everything clean. Addie did good because she's one of my riders and I put her over it. She knew not to have her pants down. So would you guys show them how to stay clean when you're getting ready to show or before you get on the horse or as soon as you step off of the horse? Because in case you don't know, these suits are quite expensive. And dragging your heels in the dirt will ruin the bottom of your jaws. So when you get ready to show, pull them up, good, keep them up when they're not dragging in the dirt, they stay clean, it'll keep them wearing holes in them, and then as soon as you step off the horse, you can do that also. Boots should be spotless. Make sure you polish those boots. That's good for all kids to know how to polish a pair of shoes. We didn't talk a lot about hair and makeup. Hair and makeup are very important. You don't want to go into the rain and look like you're going to puke. You may feel like you might. Have you ever felt like you might puke when yes, all of us have been there, me included. So the makeup kind of has that. I don't know what kind of makeup you're going to wear. No, boys don't wear makeup. Not even lip gloss, not eyeliner or anything. But the girls, you get to wear it. Most girls don't mind doing that too bad. You won't do an about face for me. Both of these girls have turn around. We want the hair in a bun. It should be tight and neat and clean. Something that you want to really pay attention to is how the hat sits on the bun. Turn around. I was fussing at her mom. She said she pulls it down. I know what this hat costs. But when you put your finger right here, everybody take your finger. That's where your hat should sit. Put your finger right over the top of your eyebrow and the top of your hat should sit right there. Y'all know why? Because when her mom puts her hat on here, she can't see where she's going. So we got to get it up. So it doesn't matter really if it's Western or English or top hat. Put the finger roll on it, okay? Let's talk a little bit about length. Everybody's always asking if I know what food fits or not. So when your hand is down, this is perfect. Everybody show me this joint on your thumb right here. That's where it should fit because we don't ride with our hands down, right? We ride with our hands up, and that puts the jacket right back in the right place. There's two different kind of rules of thumb, so you get to use your personality to decide. Some riders do on long sleeves, don't you? I'm old school. I like for it to be solid. I don't like for the shirt to show. I don't like to see a break between the dark glove and the dark suit. But some riders, I think it's kind of a men trend. Men are always let the cuff show when they go in a fancy suit, so you could let a little bit of your cuff show. Me personally, I'm a no cuff. Okay. All right, what else can we talk about? The button should fit right at your belly button. The length of your coat should be 4 inches below your fingertips. Y'all better remember all this because we're going to do a test on it. I'm kidding. When she bends her knee, it's going to be right at the knee. And the jaws, the pants, whether you're in academy, regular class, any English class, don't wear your pants too short. It doesn't look good. So make sure down. When she bends her knee up, I'm going to put it right here. Okay? Do you see how this is called the bell? So the bell on the jaw should always be just below the heel. She's very well prepared and she has underpasses. Underpasses and equitation are mandatory. I think underpasses should be shown. When you're showing English, you should have an underpass. How's your balance? Working at the core. Here we are. Okay. She has really, really loose underpasses, and I'm going to suggest to her that she tie enough knots in there that those pants will always ride up once you get on the horse. Just tie knots in your underpasses, put them on, and keep your jaws right down in place. Eddie, let's check yours out. She doesn't have any underpasses. So they stay clean, right? All right, Addie has one more thing. If your horse has to be ridden with spurs, there's two ways to do that. Everybody come take a close look at her when she walks back. You can look. She has a spur hole cut in her pants. And that way, your pants, the belt can stay down below the spur and the spur not hold it up. The other thing you can do is some of the people who make riding suits put a split. So if you see your pants hanging up high and out of position, then the spur will be in the right place.
What about Addie's coat being tied back?
Oh, that's a thank you. So inevitably when I walk around, I do this and pull it back, and every trainer living does this and puts it down. The coat should actually come back, and Addie has little snaps made on hers, which is the best way to do it. I always got safety pins in my pocket and would pin my rider's coat back. When you're on the horse, you want the coat to look like it's coming back and flowing. So it's very important to do that. You have something probably pinned back or you do it yourself. You can use safety pins or have little snaps put on either one. Thank you for bringing that up. Good point. Anything else that I've missed? Call me out on it. Back pants. Neither one of our girls have on numbers. Another one of my gigantic pet peeves is when a rider is riding and our horse has a 4V gait instead of 2V gait, and that 2V gait we're going up and down, but this 4V gait and the number is swishing back and forth. So you can do one of two things. You can hook it in and get it securely here, but what I do is cut my rider's numbers down and use 4 back number magnets. And you can get away with 3, but you want to place it. And you don't want to see the number way down low. You don't want to see it way up high. It should sit right between the shoulder blades, right here in the center of the rider's back. Make sure that it's balanced, pinned securely with the magnets. The magnets work great. And then it will stay in place and you won't have a swish, swish motion that makes your horse looks like it's moving when the rider should be very still. Anything? We'll go over a few really finite details when we get to equitation. When we get a rider on, I'll show you some tips that I use and just things to make the line smoother once the rider gets on the horse concerning the tire. Any other questions?
Western probably.
Western, they do have to do Western. I didn't forget to count. Thank you, girls. We all give them both a hand. Great models, great suits. The formal suits can be black, navy blue, black, brown, dark brown. They're usually very conservative. There's also such a thing as a colored formal jacket. And we're starting to see more of that in our industry. They're beautiful. They're usually silk jackets, very formal, very beautiful. Kind of something that I think you'll see coming on the scene more this year, next year. We'll see that maybe. So then we go Western. Go ahead. How many of you here show Western? Lots of people show Western. So again, it's about these clean, neat lines. We know both of our other girls. It's just pretty, isn't it? It just looks beautiful. We know when these two girls get on the horse, it's going to be a pretty picture. Same thing with Western. She has chosen to do the what are these called? Chaps. Chaps. And she's actually in the vest, even though it looks like a shirt, right? Isn't that cool? So she could take her vest off and show just in her shirt. In fact, if she were in a horsemanship class where she was being judged in equitation, I would probably take her vest off. Yeah. Can I do it? Because she's still got her bling down the side. I think we'll see a lot more bling when it gets to Western. And we did see some cool things. You saw a little bling and some hairpins. Did y'all see that? It's hard to kind of might do a little pin with a little bling here because I know the boys don't care about bling, but how many girls like bling? Pink bling? Yeah, let's take it off. So if she were to be in a Western equitation class, I might lose the vest so that we have this straighter, more solid color line. But then when she gets ready for a Western pleasure class, we can add the vest for the collar. tell you, I see it a lot. When you get into these beautiful Western shirts, it gets harder to get your back camera on, have those magnets and cut it down so you don't cover up all the beautiful detail. Her hat's different. What kind of hat is this? It's a Western cowboy hat, isn't it? It is. And they come in all different colors. She's wearing a beautiful cream or buckskin that goes with everything. A lot of the times, especially, she's coordinating here and here. What other color hat would work beside it? She's kind of got some black piping around everything, so she could have done black. There's one more thing that you can do. You can have your hat dyed to match your chaps. Your boots too. So you can do all that. Chaps are not mandatory, but I highly recommend them. It finishes the look, and they come in zillions of different colors. And this looks great on almost every color for so you've got a really great outfit that's going to look good on the soft or black. Great. Anything you're showing, that's going to look great with it. She's also pulled these chaps up because they're expensive. They come in several different materials. They come in suede, lambskin, smooth out, rough out. There's a zillion different choices. You can also get pants that coordinate the color of your chaps underneath them, or you can wear blue jeans. Is that what you're wearing today? Blue jeans? Blue jeans always wear blue. Leggings. There you go. I know some people wear shorts ready to wear a team color. I went to Boston and be like, where's she got her shorts on? You see that? Lord, she's absent. So you can get away, it's a little cooler on those hot summer shows. She's got cowboy boots, long sleeve shirts are mandatory. A hat is mandatory because she wear a helmet. Yes, a helmet is always acceptable headgear, always. She does not have to wear gloves unless she's in Succes application. It's not mandatory, but she should. A lot of times we'll see a big cowboy belt buckle, we'll bling the belts, a lot of places have. Any questions about Western attire? Did I miss anything out? No questions? We're good. Thank you. Y'all get them around. Thank you very much. Everybody give Leigh a round of applause. So we're kind of waiting in the transition here. Lori will bring up horses so we can break off into groups here in a second.